Hello, I am the White Knight, and I'll be your guide through your coding adventures. So, today we're taking a look at Hypertext Markup Language, or HTML for short. To begin, we are going to create a file. So I'm going to open up my folder, create a file, new text document, and then I'm going to change the file extension from txt to HTML and call the file something different. Index, for example. Then hit yes on this prompt, and then I'm ready to go. But if you do not get that .txt file extension at the end, then what you can do is open up a folder, go to View, and then check this checkbox, File Name Extensions. And then you should be able to see that txt file extension and change it to HTML. Then I'm going to select my file, right click, and edit with Notepad++. If you do not have Notepad++, install it. If you do not want to install it, then use the normal Notepad. Either one of them is fine. Alright, so HTML consists of blocks. And those blocks then in turn are made up of tags. Alright, so everything that we're going to be doing is going to be to do with tags. Some obligatory tags include doctype, HTML. So this specifies that this document is an HTML5 document. Alright, this is the first one, and it's defined by these symbols here. So this is a tag. For this doctype HTML tag, we have an exclamation point before the name of the tag. This is not the case for all the tags. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. The next tag, again, it has an opening and a closing tag. So it looks like this. HTML, and then an HTML closing tag. So we defined the tag with these symbols here, and in between the symbols, we wrote the tag's name. And then this is an opening tag. Then we need the closing tag for the same tag name. And to do that, we use the symbols here once again. And then before the tag name, we put a slash. So this is the first obligatory tag. Some other obligatory tags include head and a body tag. So opening and closing tags for almost every single tag that there is in HTML. We'll see when this is different in a little moment. Alright, so the tags and blocks. If you're looking at the screen right now, you can see that I have this HTML opening and closing tag. So everything in between this HTML opening and closing tag is one block. Then inside of this HTML block, we have this head block, which consists of opening and closing tags. All right, and then in between that, we can have a separate tag, and in this case, we're going to be using title tag. We're going to be using title tag because this is used almost everywhere. And this title tag will be appearing when we open up the file in one of our web browsers. The title tag is going to be appearing up in the page's title. So let's say test. No, this is a title. This is a title. So if we go back to our page and refresh it, we can see the title up here. This is one of the only things that the user can see from the head tag, because the head tag usually contains just some descriptive information about the page which the user cannot see. All right? And in the body tag, this is where the magic happens. In between the body tag, in here we write our tags which the user will see. So for example, if we wanted to display a heading, of some sort, we type in an opening and a closing tag with the name h1. And in between these tags, we can write whatever we want. Hello world, for example. And this is going to be displayed on our page. There it is. And these heading tags go from 1 to 6. So if I wanted a smaller heading, I could write h3, for example. h3. So this is going to be smaller. And this is smaller. If we go back to the page, reload it, then we can see the heading is smaller once again. And as I said, this goes from 1 to 6. 1 being the biggest heading, 6 being the smallest. The next tag that is commonly used is a P tag. And well, you might guess that this stands for paragraph. And inside of these tags, you can write a bunch of text, which will be displayed on the page. So there it is. Ta-da! The last tag that we're gonna be looking at is image tag. Now, this is going to be different, and it's going to be different in the way that image it's self-closing. So a lot of the HTML tags come in pairs, so opening and closing tag. And to close a tag, we define it like this, with a slash before the tag name, inside of these symbols here. But an image tag is self-closing, so we define it by using the same symbols here as for any other tag. It's the less than symbol, and then the tag's name, and then before we close the definition of the first tag, we just put a slash before it. And to display an image, we have to specify a source, and this is going to be called an attribute. So an image tag has an attribute source, right? SRC, and it's defined like this. And inside of this source attribute, we can specify either an absolute path or a relative path to an image that we want to display, or a link to an image. So I'm just gonna go up in here, search for image, Google Images, select the first one, copy image location, or if you want to do it any other way, you go for it. Then I'm gonna post the link inside of the quotation marks in the source attribute. So source equals to quotation marks, and then inside of the quotation marks I put in the link. And then I save the file, go back to my website, and ta-da! I have an image. Thank you for watching. See you then.